looks like we are live, but I'm gonna need to make sure that we actually are. And I think we actually are. Hello, Spectra. You're witnessing the second of the third Donkey Kong. The second of the second Donkey Kongs where Donkey Kong isn't playable. But yeah. The reason I'm starting, I'm technically starting mid-playthrough is because I need to get the 30 extra lives. I need to get some extra lives. Oh, they finally added Tomodachi Life to Nintendo Music. That's cool. I remember back when I was hellbent on getting them to add Mario World and Mario 3. That and Stickerbush Symphony, the extended version, because for some reason that wasn't extended. Anyways, I got these birds shooting cheese balls. Yes, I know it's lava, but it looks like cheese balls. Okay, that was a bad idea. Huh. Sorry to hear that, Spectra. Tomorrow is the anniversary of Ms. Pac-Man. That's really nice. And then next year is the 45th anniversary of Ms. Pac-Man. I gotta do something about that. So anyways, Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. I'm excited for it. You're probably excited for it. Yeah. There was one guy who was venting out their quote unquote frustrations towards Nintendo charging like $1 billion for this game, for Living the Dream, but it was freaking $60. And everyone just pretty much justifiably mocked them for it. Because yeah, it's a Switch 1 game with the normal Switch 1 price. Okay, where is Squitter supposed to be? Definitely not there. Let's see if I can. Yeah. Oh, let me guess. They are complaining about Nintendo being based. Because, yeah. Because yeah, back when Tomodachi Life on the 3DS was being released, Nintendo justifiably got criticism for not including same-sex marriages. Anyways. I personally, I'm personally not the dating type, but I'm glad that Nintendo actually listened to the criticism from the first game. Not first game, the second game, because yeah, that was the second game. Oh, face paint is gonna be a lot of fun. Oh, so that's what Squitter was for. So in my own time recently, I've gotten 102% on Donkey Kong Country 2: Diddy's Conquest. Bowser's Theory. Yeah, Bowser's been rocking that Mad Pat look ever since he found the Saturday morning cereal with his face on it. Oh, your birth month is April too, huh? I don't have any. I do not think that the next possible partner direct will have Pac-Man in it, because it is too soon after Pac-Man World 2 repack. Okay, I already did the bonus thing. I don't need the extra banjo token. I know it's the Brothers Bear token, but from this distance, it looks like Banjo. Ah, there we go. Ah, get the bananas. This is a lot more forgiving than that other green bananas challenge, but I forgot which one it was. I think it was in like a tree level, but I may be misremembering it. So yeah, now we know Squitter is definitely not that way. There. Some kitty power there. Those birds look like the Hooters owl. I can't be the only one who sees this. I actually completed that level. Okay. Yeah, I do hope that we get a. I hope we do get a new Klonoa game or a proper Dig Dug game. SMG Bear the Beara animation. SMG Bear Thebra animation. Hello. Anyways, Hyper Fireball Frenzy, we got the Demolition Drain Pipe. We're going down the drain. Uh-oh! A pipe roll! I'm going down the drain! Insert obvious comparison to my Super Mario Bros. 3 episode, even though this isn't Waterland. Okay, to be fair, some of the episode does take place in Pipeland, but still. Those baddies are getting a bashing. Or are they? Am I still playing this on the Junior? Yes, because that's the only Super NES I have. I sold my older one. I sold my big one to my brother because I needed money for the arcade 1-up. That was a Dixie back there. What's this? A joint? I don't know if I mentioned this, but thanks to Maximum Q, I was able to watch Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue. That is quite a mouthful. The highlight was definitely Simon the Chipmunk saying, marijuana. He just teleported. So that's what happens when you get a DK barrel when the other Kong is present. Because yeah, that was something I actually wondered myself. That was easy. Also, a fan-made sequel to that. Dare I ask who it featured, Spectra? Yeah, the mouse is gone. Much like another mouse in the Mario series. Anyways, yeah, Mauser is finally back. When the Mario movie staff said, we are including a bunch of deep cuts, Mario fans collectively said, oh, so they mean really not obscure characters like Waluigi, Wario, or Daisy. But what the Mario movie staff actually meant was real deep cuts, like freaking Mauser. I'm really glad that Mauser has become canon to the Mario movie universe. So you may be wondering, what are my thoughts on Yoshi's portrayal? It's good. The voice kind of threw me off, but it's not bad. He's definitely the reason I'm remotely interested in the movie. That was probably a bonus girl back there, but... Yeah, at least the one thing I'll say about Yoshi's portrayal is that he is not horribly miscasted like everyone was hoping. So yeah, I can finally stick it to all of those people. No, they did not confirm who was voicing Yoshi, but given what little we have, I have a feeling that it might be Frank Welker. Because when I first listened to Yoshi's voice in the Mario Galaxy movie, I thought of the grungies from the Jetsons movie, who in turn sound like Slimer from Deke's Ghostbusters cartoon. As a proud member of Roy Koopa's Army Spectra, I definitely agree with you. In fact, I would actually want the Koopalings in the movie. I actually want the Koopalings in the movie more than I want Wario. Yeah, sacrilegious, I know, coming from the guy who wants Dribble and Spits in Mario Kart, but still. Also, we've had Wario Land and Wario World. When are we getting Wario Universe? I need to stop waiting. Because that's not the Dixie Kong's Double Trouble way, goddammit. I'm still forced to believe that Jim Carrey will be voicing Gabriel. Playing that one Truman Show meme. Anyways, recently I watched the movie Rock-a-Doodle. Surprisingly, it wasn't terrible, which is what I was expecting it to be, because chicken that sounds like Elvis Presley. How can you make that work? And the short answer is you give it a short runtime. So yeah, I think the fact that it was short was what made it better. because even the because even if there's something I'd probably dislike about it would be over pretty quick. In fact, the main rooster in the movie sings his powerful cock-a-doodle-doo literally at the 1 hour mark, and that's around the time when the movie ends. Even though I don't love Iggy as much as others do, I still like him. In fact, on Nintendo TV, do you have any Iggy drawing suggestions for my next Mario Paint stream? Because yeah, I've been meaning to practice the character, though. Keep in mind, I'm going to be drawing his older incarnation with the rainbow hair. Because, yeah, for basically every Mario character except Dry Bones, I definitely prefer the older designs. Oh, speaking of the Koopalings, and Mauser and stuff, on eBay I found some Nintendo Pogs. And they had a bunch of Mario characters. Let me see what. Iggy and Roy in the Double Dash style vehicle. That sounds fun. Mauser's the dude I invited. Anyways, the Pogs are officially licensed, and they feature Kate Mario, Yoshi, Wario, Bowser, Roy, King Wart, a Koopa Troopa, and Mauser. Yeah. King Wart has actual merchandise. And so does Mauser. Look at me, I'm a spider. Yeah, Mauser had a German accent in the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Though I feel like if Mauser currently had a voice, he'd probably have a similar voice to what Charles Martinet did for him in Super Mario Advance. Though part of it is because I kind of like Mauser's voice in that game. Though John Stalker's Mauser voice isn't bad either. In fact, that was the German Mauser voice. What is the yes? Oh, that's what it does. Oh, now I see how it is. Mauser is a homeless. Yeah, Nintendo is back in Pog form. Oh yeah, and per fan of Yoshi, I'm also going to be drawing Krusty the Clown in that inevitable Mario Paint stream. Though most of it is because of the comparisons we make to Void Kong. Funny you say that, Duckweed, because Funny you say that, Duckweed, because I was watching Tubi the other day and it redirected me to this random channel called, like, the Cartoon Channel with a K, because misspelled words are funny. And literally when I scrolled by it, they were playing an episode of Super Mario Bros. 3. Hello, Harry Mation. The year of Donkey Kong lives on for us. Maybe someday soon, Ava. Because I already mentioned a couple of Mario Paint drawings. Hey, that's to be expected, Bowser. People are very defensive over the Mario movies. There we go. Getting the DK coin is always satisfying, whether it be in this game or in DKC2. But I will admit, Squidder isn't as much fun to play in this game as he is in DKC2. Though, I think part of it is because I'm so used to playing that game recently. And maybe DKC3 might give me whiplash. I got the banjo token. I thought they were called mumbo tokens. No, banjo, that's in another game. Okay. 3 should have been reworked into 3D platformer for N64. Well, at least, I'm sure that Donkey Kong's future will be a lot more. Donkey Kong's future will be a lot more bright. Will be a lot more bright thanks to last year. Yeah, I love Espresso too, Nintendo TV. I think I like him, Winky the Frog, and Rally the Rattlesnake. Oh, Squawks and Ramby too. Well, we're going down the drain again.
Who could forget? Don't take chances or you go down the drain!
I know that was supposed to be Danny Wells as Luigi, but I've been watching Mario 3 and World more. For good reason, because those shows are better. Okay, I'll stop because yeah, Mauser's in Super Show rather than 3 in World. And I gotta give Mauser the respect he deserves. I like how the entire discussion for the Mario Galaxy movie here is just Mauser. I mean, to be fair, that is a pretty good reason to discuss the trailer. Now that I think about it, I might actually draw Mauser for that Mario Paint stream. Or I might just draw Mauser in general, because besides Triclide, he's probably my favorite character in Mario 2. Dixie floating like she's in space. Okay. No more Groose. Yeah. Yeah, there's always something controversial about the actors. Unless we forget, this is the same movie franchise with Chris Pratt as Mario. Yeah, he probably does. He probably does, Harry. And I actually like Kiddy Kong. Though maybe part of it is because I'm one of the more tolerant to these kinds of characters. Unless they're just baby version of character we already know. Though the only excuse I'll give is baby Yoshi, because at least Yoshi is an established species rather than just one character. Yeah, the things that everyone knows, everyone in the animation industry knows, is that there will always be a new iteration of Batman. The Simpsons will never end. Deke is the cheapest studio imaginable, and working with John Kay is a nightmare. It's really cool that the Nickelodeon Super NES games are getting a collection of their own, but I'm probably just gonna get the cartridges themselves. Though even then, I'm probably just gonna get Rocco because that's my favorite of the shows that had Super NES titles. Even though I can't get past the first stage. I don't know what the hell Spunky is supposed to do. Okay. Ah! Should have used the Dixie powers. Okay, we've run out of Dixie power. No. Much like in real life, I'm terrified of bees. Oh, look, it's funny bird. Real funny of you, bird. Okay, let's see. I'm very tempted to call him Screech, but no, that's the bad Squawks. This is the purple Squawks. I've been meaning to get Search for Reptar in particular. Mostly because the levels in that game are based on actual Rugrats episodes. Which, funnily enough, one of the episodes of Rugrats has the same title as a specific fan-made Mario 3 episode. Great, the right speaker went out. I'm no better than Deke. Yeah, maybe after this stage I'll fix it. Barrel, who's got the barrel? Squawks' purple brother. Who is not Screech. There we go. With the second barrel. There we go. I'm gonna see if I can get that guy. Probably not. Oh. PMR is stagnant, but not. It's stagnant, but not forgotten. Though I miss. Our fox fixing days aren't over yet. Though I missed again.
Well, like they say, 4 times a charm.
And you're right there, Dixie. How ironic that in both the Mario and Zelda cartoons, my least favorite character is voiced by Tabitha Germain. Nothing against her as an actress, but I definitely do not like the characters that she voices in those shows. So I'm mainly referring to her role in Mario 3 in World because I do not know who she voices in Super Show. Okay, where are the bees hiding from me? Nothing! Absolutely nothing! Okay. It looks like looks like Wario. What about Darkwing Duck? Darkwing Duck, I know about that TurboGrafx 16 game because of Angry Video Game Nerd. The
Kong's enemy. You must be destroyed.
Thank you so much, Chaos. Spelt in the same way as the Skylanders villain. Come on, kitty, you got this. Kitty power. Chaos is in the tagline, so of course. Ah! I was going to say, of course, it's going to be a pushover, but nope. Imagine if they remade the NES version and have a save fall on you if you stood still too long. The save dropping on Darkwing Duck is equivalent of Sonic dying after waiting for 3 minutes. Or Wario saying, sorry, for 15 minutes. You already spoke. Ah. Okay, now we're on Dixie power. Never send a kitty to do a Dixie's job.
Yeah, that's what I always say. But you said it for me.
Now that I think about it, Jermaine would have probably been a good cast for Dixie Kong. But her current, her actual actress in the cartoon isn't bad either.
It doesn't look good for Chaos.
I'll say. I think that's it.
Gongs win. Does not compute. Next time we meet, Chaos will win. That's a weird way to say we will win. I'm the baby, gotta love me.
Funny you say that because on the Mario Wonder showcase, when there was a baby Yoshi with Luigi, I commented,
Stop calling me mama.
and then everyone thought I was talking about the friggin' dinosaurs.
Well, hey, you found some skis. Wait right there, Dixie.
Okay, I think I actually like this Funky Kong voice.
Bonkers, I fixed a cool turbo featured thing. With turbo skis. See you later then, Dixie.
Okay, now can we get that banana bird? That's up there. Finally. Everyone is gaming indeed, vanilla. Okay, now we're in the snow levels. K3. Will K. Rool ever find the One Piece? Well, I have unfortunate news, Maximum Hugh. Yoshi ate it.
Oh, not bad. Delicious.
Wait, there's no snow in this level. This isn't Mario 3. This is Donkey Kong Country 3. Ah! Yeah. Yeah, rock. This is a
This is a 3 game, but it's not Super Mario 3.
Well, I'm confused. What game is it then? Upon hearing that, Maximum Hugh, Captain Wario just said,
Must rage nap.
and then, yeah, he rage napped. No more Mauser cousin. The miserable Mauser cousins. I didn't get the balloon.
But it's not my balloon. It's not my birthday.
It's not my birthday either, Dixie. Okay, that didn't work. Ah. That's Donkey Kong for you. Yeah, it is kind of funny that the movie is releasing on April Fool's Day. Though much like the first movie, it's releasing 2 days ahead of schedule. Which I know 2 days does. I know 2 days isn't much for like post-production and stuff, but I don't know. It might feel as rushed as the first one. But again, I'm cautiously optimistic for this one because Yoshi. I mentioned this earlier, Secret Hide. I hope. In fact, I said this earlier, but I want the Koopalings in the Mario Cinematic Universe more than I want popular choices like Daisy, Wario, and Waluigi. Of course, Rosalina and Yoshi are inevitable because Galaxy. Your birthday was April 7th. Yeah, surprisingly, I remember that date. I don't know why, but still. Oh, I forgot I could stomp on the bees. If you're wondering why if you're wondering why I'd rank Rosalina in the 4 main Mario women ranking, she is 3rd. Second is Peach, and of course number 1 is Pauline. And while I'm not that big on Daisy, I will say the Mario Kart World fandom, they needed to be around for the Mario Strikers Battle League and defend that game's roster and the lack of Daisy. Because despite the Koopalings being the more violent type, the Daisy fans are the more violent types. Despite the Koopalings being more violent in the actual games, Daisy fans are more violent IRL. Yeah, so did I, Secret Hide, but it just goes to show how quote-unquote well Battle League did. Though the reason I didn't get it was because I simply didn't like soccer. And yeah, I got ridiculed for it because I was a quote-unquote Dimitri fan. Which I still am. I need to stop missing that jump. Oh, you don't have to worry about that, Nintendo TV, because whenever Battle League is talked about, it's usually for how bad it was. Rightfully so. That game looks bad. Is this on Super NES? Yes. I'm not going to be showing the Super NES and cartridge again because I already did that in the last stream and it'll just ruin my camera setup right now. Will you do more of the Pac-Man wiki than obsessive? And I've done a lot of stuff. I've done a lot of stuff with that wiki. I've documented characters from the what was it, the Kid Stuff records. I've also made the page for Toze. Let's see, what else did I do? Oh yeah, I also made the article for Super Pac-Man. And I think one of the Pac-Man 2 NPCs as well. But yeah. And I specifically mentioned on my YouTube page that I specialize on the Hanna-Barbera cartoon. So if you got a problem with that, then yeah. Guess what the attack cat? I think it was the bulldog that I edited. Yeah, part of the reason why I heavily edited the Pac-Man cartoon stuff is because I know that one of the primary editors there, Eustace Begg, he does not like the Pac-Man cartoon at all. So I saved him the trouble. Finally, actual freaking progress. Yeah. The NPCs in Pac-Man 2 have such weird names. Like one of them is literally named Velcro. What kind of a name is that? I mean, I know it's a pun because it's a crow character, but still, it's such a stupid name. And I actually like Pac-Man 2, so that's the best part about it. God damn it. Yeah, Pac-Man 2 would have been perfect for PC. Hell, it would have been perfect with the Super NES mouse. Especially because that came out 2 years after Mario Paint. Though I think the only problem is that Pac-Man 2 uses 3 buttons while the Super NES mouse only has 2. That's pretty much the only flaw that I could possibly have. In fact, maybe that's something that they came across during development of Pac-Man 2. This is that don't forget you're trapped forever level. But as we all know, do it for her instead. I think I need Dixie for this one. I said do it for her for a reason. Because Kitty's not going to do this alone. Oh, my favorite Pac-Man game. Huh. Funny you mentioned the Pac-Man wiki, Florida's man. Because I have those listed. Anywho, Pac-Man World, Pac-Man World 2 Repack, Pac-Man World Repack, Pac-Land, Ms. Pac-Man Maze Madness, Pac-Man Versus and Pac-Man World 2, Pac-Man Arrangement Arcade version, Pac-Man both arcade and NES. Same with Ms. Pac-Man, Pac-Mania. The Namco Museum series on PlayStation stands on for Pac-Man Museum Plus and Pac-Man 2: The New Adventures. And anyways, yeah, on the Koopaling poll, thankfully the one with the least votes is I do not like any of the Koopalings. Which given the Mario community, I was scared that it would have been the overwhelming majority. Especially with how hostile they are. But then again, they're the kind of person to milk a cow harder than Nintendo grifters. In fact, I bet people who play farming sims don't milk cows as hard as they do. Considering there are other farm animals in farm sims. Okay, I think I am trapped. Come on, give me a barrel. Not that barrel.
Let me go! I gotta get some of that green stuff! No, not that green stuff!
That's the kind of vibe that this gives me. Oh, the OCs and Pac-Man Party. I like their designs. It's it's just weird that they weren't really in any other games besides that. And I think one of them made it into Pac-Man Monsters. Okay, now we have some additional Dixie power. Ah, the lag. I think there was lag at one point in Diddy's Conquest, but it can't be as bad as this. Ah! Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, this is terrible. And this is on real hardware, too. Well, we lost our Dixie power. Oh, Patro's in Pac-Man Monsters. Cool. Apparently the green ghost in Pac-Man Galaga Dimensions actually just reuses Patro's voice, which I find to be hilarious. Ah. Prioritize the chimp and not the bird. Yeah, Fire Emblem kind of has Koopaling syndrome, where because of people's distaste for their representation of one thing, that means the entire thing was always bad. Yeah, I've just officially called this Koopaling syndrome because, can you tell with the Okay. What do I think of Pac-Man's moveset in Smash Brothers? I actually really like it. Even if I know it could have been better if they used the abilities from Pac-Man World. Oh, Koopaling syndrome definitely affected Sonic in like the mid-2010s. Am I right, Game Scoop? Okay, I'm gonna need to get Dixie in a different level. Yeah. Yeah, I've playing the Sonic fandom's unhinged behavior to know how Pokemon and Fire Emblem fans feel. But yeah, even though I don't play Fire Emblem, nor do I really plan to, it at least gets my respect. Don't even think about comparing the Deadly Six to the Koopalings, Monty the Gold. Or Duckweed, as I call you. Both because whenever Sonic fans do that, it's always by those types of people, and because the Deadly Six just sucks. They look like characters you would see in literally any other cartoon mascot platformer game that was trying to ride off of the success of Sonic. Like shit like Awesome Possum beats Dr. Machino's butt. Which the best part about that game is that that actually does happen in the end. Do not forget the bird. You don't use terrible bird apps here. But we do follow that bird. If they happen to be big and yellow. Yeah, Zavok is Sonic's failed attempt at doing Bowser. Wait, is that K. Rool? It's King K. Rool! Or wait, no, it's Baron K. Rulenstein. Baron K. Rulenstein's in the chat. Let's go. So, anyways, hello, K. Rulenstein. How's your wife doing? You're acting like I never played as Squitter before. Even though I clearly played as him earlier. I think there's a Kremling shooting at me. That's not good. Put the porcupines out. And then there's recoil. Right. King K. Rool. But anyways, how is your wife doing? Why? Oh, there's a DK Burl there. Okay. I mentioned this in my first Donkey Kong Country stream, but which was around the time of Hennessy's passing. But when I made that tribute drawing, his daughter Eden Hennessy thanked me for it. This was surprisingly easy. Will they ever add Donkey Kong 64 to Switch Online? Hopefully. You can't hide from the DK rap forever, Nintendo. After all, they already have Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie on Switch Online. Yeah, I'm hoping that they add Smash Bros. Melee too. Does anyone remember Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix? There was one video about a Mario game collection, and there was a category called Mario Breaks Things. There was Wrecking Crew, where Mario breaks buildings, Alleyway, where Mario breaks blocks, Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix, where Mario break dances, and then there's Hotel Mario, where Mario quote unquote breaks your will to live. I actually like Hotel Mario, fun fact. And part of that is because I've actually played it. But even if I like Hotel Mario, that doesn't change the fact that the CDI is like one of the worst consoles I've ever played. Especially after hearing that something about the battery can just completely brick your console. And even then, when the console works, its controller is god awful. You always have to point it right at the console. Or was it the TV? I don't know. It's basically an infrared TV remote disguised as a video game controller. He has a funny face and he has no pants. He's the worst member of the Deke fan club. Wow. That recoil didn't stand a chance. I made a huge mistake. I survived the Kremlin with the gun. That should be another. That should be the new "I survived" joke. I mean the "I survived" book, because those books are not jokes. They're real. The Deke fan club consists of. Oh! I'm the Kremlin now! This is a very welcome surprise. This is the first playable Kremlin. Arzette is an indie game based on the Zelda CDI games. They even got the original actors for Link and Zelda to portray characters in it. They also got Vinny from Vinesauce to portray a character. I don't know if there's that many YouTube poops made for it, but yeah. Ah. The Deke fan club consists of fans of Inspector Gadget, Sonic the Hedgehog, and I'm talking about the Saturday morning Sonic show. That consists of fans of those two shows and, I don't know, I guess Heathcliff. This is a movie, and you all look like you were drawn on a napkin. Seth Green's Tiger Woods voice is kind of funny. Yeah, I like Heathcliff. Yeah. So it's very funny seeing that him and Mario actually have an official product together to rival against the Sonic and Garfield PC pack. Which, yeah, I'll be honest, the Sonic and Garfield one definitely wins. Wait a minute. In that Kremlin minigame, I could have definitely sang that "You Become a Bad Guy" song from the Donkey Kong Country show. You're not. Oh, no more crosshairs. But at the same time, no more Squitter. That level was surprisingly fun. I told you to shut up, but you wouldn't listen.
Oh, look, a free iPad.
Yeah. And Inspector Gadget was definitely one of Deke's better shows. No, I remember that they made one Hello Kitty cartoon where all the characters besides the established Sanrio ones just look like rejected Heathcliff designs. Just smile and wave, boys. Just smile and wave. Oh, that actually worked? Huh. Not what I was expecting. Ah. When Deke made Madeline, I don't think I'm familiar with that show, but I think I might remember the designs. Deke, I think Deke also made like one of those spin-off kids things for Inspector Gadget. Because yeah. If you need a show quickly and cheaply, just look at your best work and make a needless spin-off of it. Something SpongeBob spin-offs, even though the SpongeBob spin-offs aren't unwatchable. Well, at least Patrick Star Show isn't. Because, yeah, Camp Coral has Narlene. A waste of a perfectly good actress. Which Mario-wise, it is Kate Higgins, the voice actress for Pauline. The penguin enemies look like Vigil from 3-2-1 Penguins. Ah. They follow the Ghost Monster principle by having rhyming names, and then one is just named Kevin. In fact, on TV tropes, for that naming trope, the thumbnail they chose is the Pac-Man attract screen. Ah. Wait, I think the boss fight in this stage is just a snowball fight with a giant snowman. A giant snowman who's not voiced by Patrick Star or John Goodman. No! She also voiced Kiori from Lucky Star. Wait, I thought there was something behind there. I thought that the bonus barrel would despawn. But nope. I was scammed. And no one up. Oh well. Okay. Oh. I thought you were a bear name. But no, you're Bad Mr. Frosty from Clay Fighter. Wow, one snowball and you're dead. Then again, Kitty's a freaking baby. Eh. Ow. Well, at least a snowball that big understandably cause harm to Dixie, that is. If you remember the original Donkey Kong Country 1, if you lose a bonus room, it still counts as 100%. For Donkey Kong Country 1, yeah, you can lose a bonus. You can lose a bonus round, and it still counts as you finding it. It's Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3 where you need to actually complete them. Ah. Well, I got the bigger hitbox now. Or bigger hurt box, that is. Yeah, it kind of does sound like King Boo. From what I remember. Surprisingly enough, I don't. King Boo is never really in my thoughts. Sorry to all the King Boo stands. I often think of a certain prince instead. That is before Super Mario Sunshine. Well, actually, maybe during Super Mario Sunshine, because that was before Super Mario Advance 3, where the Koopalings were still Bowser's kids. So, I recently made an AU called Juniorless, and it basically wipes Bowser Jr. out in favor of giving Comic a bigger role and the Koopalings still being Bowser's children. God damn it. Why my D-pad have to screw it up? Alright, he's finally dead. It's all like a snowman dying. Yeah, that is actually one of the reasons I don't really like New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Another one is the fact that a lot of the level designs are just really barren. Which I'm pretty sure is because of the 4-player multiplayer, but the 4-player multiplayer is its own problem because the characters always bump into each other, which is something that was thankfully fixed in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Snowman.exe has stopped working. Here is not a Mandela effect, but is something that I've misremembered, but have convinced myself was real all this time. Screech from Donkey Kong Country 2. I kept thinking that his name was Shrieks. Probably because he's the evil version of Squawks, and because I don't know. I think I was probably thinking of Shriek from Cat Dog when I was thinking of the name, but yeah.
Like worse than a cat is a dog that hangs around with a cat.
I remember these crocodilers are completely invincible. I thought it was gonna blast me into that bee. That would have been the funniest thing. Ah. God damn it. I can't play the funny monkey banana game. Oh, his actual name is Copter. And I've heard bad things about Donkey Kong Barrel Blast. Some really bad things, in fact. I heard that it was the worst reviewed Mario game. Somehow even worse than Mario Party Advance. But hey, it looks like an interesting experience. Unlike Mario Party Advance, which I played and I did not have fun with it. And no, changing the title to Mario's Carnival Quest will not help things. Sorry, KK Clue.
Yeah, it's at the very least, it doesn't look as bad as Sticker Star.
But that is one of the very few Mario games I will just avoid like the plague. Ah, what video are you working on, Starfy Kid? If you don't mind sharing. But if you do, then that's fine. Yeah, Sticker Star is a lesson for you, Starfy Kid. Always remember when to shut your mouth. Wow, couldn't even get past the first world. That definitely says something about the game. Yeah. I may have mentioned this before, but of the 3 bad Paper Mario games, the only one that looks interesting to me remotely is Paper Mario Color Splash. And even that is because it is the RPG that does Roy justice. As in, he is actually intelligent and not a complete wimp. Good. If you know, you unfortunately know. Yeah, I've heard some okay things about Origami King, but it just doesn't interest me. But then again, I don't like RPGs in general, so it probably wouldn't anyways. Which is probably why I respect Thousand Year Door more than I've actually played it. Because as a game, I just think it's good. It expands the original Paper Mario well, which I thought was alright. But I prefer Mario RPG because Krako, which, yeah, I am going to be adding Krako to my Tomodachi Life Living the Dream Island. Thanks to Face Paint. Man, Face Paint has opened a lot of possibilities. God damn it, Copter. Ah. God damn it. Okay. Yeah, I can finally make an accurate Wario with face painting. Oh! Yeah, I am so excited for that too, Voidco. Especially the fact you can make your Mii's watch Family Guy funny moments. I like how I just called the show Family Guy Funny Moments, even though it's actually Family Guy. That is a Family Guy funny moment. I remember playing through Paper Mario, Super Paper Mario back then. I liked it. I'm definitely not going to be that dweeb who spams a bunch of anti Super Paper Mario Kirby right back at you gifs. You know who you are. I have unfortunate news for you, Secret Hide. One of the annoying Koopaling voices to sing the Sink or Swim song in my Mario 3 episode is indeed Cutie Pie. But she and Cookie are just the backup singers while Big Mouth does the lead vocals. What episode are you on, Spectra? But yeah, outside of the song, the other Bully is the only Koopaling to appear in the script, and the rest of them just get an indirect mention because Bully mentions that he Bully says he says,
no wonder I'm in charge here rather than any of my stupid siblings, because they're too weak for a job like this, and too much of wimps to overtake old man Koopa as king.
yes, I know how to get the Kremlin coin, because I just did. Okay. Yes, I saw episode 6. I don't know, Nintendo TV. Super Mario World killed her off in the first episode, so that's my favorite of the 3 cartoons. Donkey Kong Racing. That actually kind of looks like fun. Even in its Staverman Stampede build, the mechanic of grabbing animals to ride them around sounded like it had potential, but ultimately Rare canceled it. Yeah. I think that's the best way to do it, Spectra. Yeah. You want to know something, Void? The fact that Bully Koopa got the least amount of screen time and dialogue, while Cootie Pie gets fucking worshipped by a Deke, and Bully's episode ended up being scrapped, is a... Bully's episode in Super Mario 3 getting scrapped in favor of 4 Cootie Pie episodes? I can't tell you how angry that made me. And if you're wondering what episode, I'm referring to Perry Martin's Cowabunga Koopa premise. It would have had Bully Koopa and Waterland. Much like a specific fan episode. Although in Perry Martin's pitch for the episode, he wrote Waterland as Beachland. Exactly, Nintendo TV! What was Dick thinking? And he thought the fact that Cootie getting the most screen time is proof of Deke worshipping her. She's the only Koopaling in the opening who does not get defeated by the Mario Brothers. Thankfully, had the best episode in Super Mario World. Funny you say that, Voidco, because Yoshi's Shuffle in particular is my favorite episode of the trilogy.
It's about how we play the game. Oh, but it don't matter. If we play tag, Luigi got scrambled.
Larry is my second favorite Koopaling. I know I mentioned this on stream and to you in DM Spectra, but I imagine Larry's shell works identically to Inky's pockets from the Pac-Man cartoon. Mostly because of how his boss fight works in Super Mario World.
Did I catch the ball? What do you mean catch the ball? You were the ball!
You've yet to watch Pac-Man, huh? Well, after this stream, I definitely recommend it. It is probably my favorite video game cartoon, period. Yes, I somehow like Pac-Man more than the Deke Mario cartoons. But then again, I'll be honest, I like Pac-Man more than Mario. Yet I'm playing a Mario game here. Okay. Okay, for the Zelda cartoon, all I can Ganon good, Sprite bad. That's all I can really say about the Zelda cartoon. I do have some ironic enjoyment of Link's portrayal as an annoying teenager. But his catchphrase does get really, really annoying.
smooching time.
Here's my favorite line from Link.
Looking good, princess, especially from this angle.
Okay. A good day, Crazy Dixie. My name is Buddy. Me and my brother Bjorn just turned into. Would you like a chairlift? Okie dokie, strap yourself.
Yeah, Link was really horny. God, that stupid cartoon. I did watch the Captain N episode that featured Link and Zelda. It was definitely not very good. Hell, even by Zelda cartoon standards, I didn't like it that much. But even then, Captain N is not Geek's worst video game cartoon, surprisingly enough. That honor goes to Double Dragon. They got rid of the main villain for that game, like, literally in the second episode. And I promised my Instagram follower, Guile, that I would never watch any more episodes of... yeah. Okay. For my top 3 video game cartoons... Okay, Okay. 1 is Pac-Man. 2, realistically, I'd say Super Mario World, and then Super Mario World, and 3 would be Super Mario Bros. 3, but I feel I should group Mario World and 3 together as one. So, Mario 3 and World. And then, I think my third favorite might be Earthworm Jim, even though I've only watched like 1 episode. It was a really good episode, but still. Okay. Literally the only good thing about the leech I will stop talking about after this anecdote is that one time I was quoting the Mario 3 cartoon, and the line I quoted was, "Hey, I don't want to be rude, but wasn't that a tail I just saw?" And you want to know who replied to that? With their line from the episode that line is from.
Oh, let me guess. My inferior sister.
Rightio, bully.
Of course, it's always her, ain't it?
I can see you're even more mad about Cowabunga Koopa being scrapped than I am.
You think?
Okay, maybe you should calm down for now, because this is a late night stream. I would say in an objective stance, Sonic the Hedgehog, the Saturday morning show would be one of the better video game cartoons, but I haven't watched much of it. Though I do respect it a lot. Hello Tetra fan. It's 8:34 where I am.
that I don't know anything about this. I mean, I heard that this next show is not very good, but there is this one line that I'll quote in its entirety from what I remember.
Don't be hasty. Once I see those Street Fighters fall in the dust, which should be any moment now. Yes! Yes!
Yeah, that was M. Bison from the Street Fighter cartoon. He watches Guile get beaten up while triumphant music plays. I need to watch that show someday. Specifically the episode where M. Bison yells yes. That honestly looks more entertaining than the movie. A Rhythm Heaven Saturday morning cartoon. That would be funny. I need to stop doing that. Again, I need to stop doing that. Yeah, WarioWare should become an animated series. Especially with how many characters it has. Though if there's any character I could imagine having an animated series, it's definitely Dribble and Spitz. With all the wacky customers that they get. And no, it's not just because Dribble is my favorite WarioWare character. Now I wonder, what would a 9-volt cartoon be like? I need to just pay attention to those damn copters. There we go. Something sure hit me. But I got Dixie back, so it was worth it. Okay, I need to stop making all those blind jumps. Ah.
There.
Nightbolt would be Captain N, but awesome. I'm awesome, Captain N, the Game Master.
Yeah, I could see WarioWare being like an Animaniac style cartoon with a bunch of different segments representing the different characters. Eighteen Volt is 18 years old, but he's still in fourth grade because of how much he sucks at school. Uh-oh, it's a dark level. But the good news is there's no terrible seizure-inducing animal buddy. Nothing but our old pal Ungard. Stabbing the bellies of them clownfish. If I can recall correctly, the boss of this world is just that urchin enemy, but bigger. Also the Lucky Rabbit. He's cool. I'm not that big on Ashley, but I do think that she has potential for a good... She does have potential for a TV show. Especially with how many of the weird spells that she comes up with. And of course, Red being there too.
The urchin boss. The urchin boss reminded Mother Brain from Captain N.
In the Captain N DVD I have, Mother Brain only appears in like one episode, and I think it was like the baseball one. Yeah, the Captain N DVD I have is just the third season in Super Mario World. And even then, I got the DVD because of Mario World. Granted, I know it costs like a mortgage. The DVD nowadays costs like a mortgage and a half, but still. I then later got the Super Mario Bros. 3 DVD for like $20. Well, at least they got killed.
Yeah, yeah. In each game, they definitely improved on guard. Ah, it was in the middle. Ah. Well, at least I got the bonus. I don't remember that episode, Voidco, but I remember there was an episode that had Rush from Mega Man, and Mega Man and Kevin were arguing over whose dog was better. Much like the episode of Captain N where Kevin and Link were arguing over whose dick was longer. Also, I'm not making this up when I say, literally in one episode, Kevin touches Princess Lana's boob. That literally happens in one episode, and she doesn't even she doesn't even have any emotion over it. Captain N is indeed the show of all time. Yeah, literally the Law and Order title card. I should edit that. Yeah. As long as Donkey Kong and Pauline don't travel through the internet for some contrived reason, yeah. Yeah, if there's that. If there's anything I'm glad Donkey Kong Bonanza does not have, it's an unnecessary sequel that bastardizes the characters, because Nintendo's characters are known for being rather shallow. That movie came out the same year as Spider-Verse. And the fact it was actually... wait. Remember when Disney handed out store flyers that said Ralph Breaks the Internet was the best animated feature winner before the Oscars actually happened? Anyone remember that? Because that's like the funniest thing. Yeah, Disney was freaking arrogant. They thought Spider-Verse stands no chance against our shitty meme humor. Then I watched Spider-Verse and it was one of the best movies I watched that year. Okay, I watched it years after it came out, but still, it was an amazing movie. Actually living up to the name The Amazing Spider-Man. This is like a Mario Maker level. No more on guard. At least we got more Dixie. Got some of that Dixie action. This is gonna be freaking easy. Well, it turns out we know whose dick was longer regarding Captain N and Link. Turns out it was the CEO of Disney, Scrooge McDuck. Pothole panic.
Now we need potholes. Potholes? Ooga booga, I'm ready and hungry.
Well, Dixie died. Donkey Kong Country 4, Dixie died. I'm never escaping Copter, aren't I? I love his design a lot, but still, he's really annoying. Ah. Big Bird jump scare.
Today's letter of the day is D for DK.
I really wish I had a thumbnail ready for this, even though it's just going to be my part 1 thumbnail, but with a different background. Which, yeah, the Donkey Kong Country 3 thumbnail was a lot of fun to draw. It was my first time drawing Dixie and Kitty, too. And having Dixie as Scrappy Doo was especially funny. Elephant! And then Burger King shows up. And
Yes, I did get elephanted. And Ellie just got Yoshi'd. Elephant green screen. Oh, rare new, because they dedicated an entire bonus room to this mechanic. Yeah, when I first saw the Piranha Plants on Parade title during the Mario Wonder Direct, I thought of Pink Elephants on Parade. No! God damn it. Let me eat your already digested bananas. No more speeder. Which I know Starfigure would be celebrating, but still. Ropey Rumpus. Ropey Rumpus. Ropey Rumpus. Ropey Rumpus. Ropey Rumpus. At least Kiddy Kong didn't get a shitty direct-to-VHS Easter movie where he hits a baseball so hard that it becomes a CGI abomination. Isn't that right, Duckweed? That's literally all I know about the Baby Huey movie. Well, good night, Glitch Ages. This is going to be the last world that I play through in this stream, because the boss is after this one. I made the same mistake. Yeah, I remember that, Duckweed. I hated it. Hey, there are worse things, there are worse things that I've been forced to watch. Namely the Red Ape family, thanks to Demeech. Yeah, I regret every second of that. But hey, it was again to watch the Pac-Man cartoon. Ah, come on, ah. Somehow I managed to evade that. Okay, bird that's going to die in like 2 seconds. Okay, make that more than 2 seconds. He died and turned into a bonus barrel. I'm so bad at this game that I died full stop. You know what, Voidko? The bird does look like me. I am as ugly as it is. Because all reptiles are ugly, of course. Oh great, this boss. I'm definitely thrilled for this. Ugh. I hate this one's design. Get away from me. I feel like I've heard of Nuki, but I... Oh. It's that movie. What if we made Mac and Me, but even worse? That's the vibe it gives me. Also, the fact that a camp counselor was able to recognize Mac and Me when I initially watched it. they remembered that god awful movie, namely the scene with the aliens whistling. Come on. Come on, dual looking enemies, over here.
Oh, I missed.
Yes, as Cartman would say,
Go home, you little dildo!
yeah, I know it's an ET clone. I'm just saying that it gives me Mac and Me vibes. Which in itself is an ET clone.
See, I am the dying animal on the premises. Ah. Reese! Always great to see you. Unfortunately, you came here at just when I was about to end this. Just when I was about to end this. But after this boss, it's going to be the end of the stream. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna with that one. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you here, Reese. We understand you have a dying animal on the premises. I'm that dying animal on the premises. Good night, Secret Hide. And good night, Nintendo TV. Come on, dildo enemies. I'm creating a list for all the living the dream characters. Huh. So am I, Reese. It's comprised of both characters I'm keeping from my old island as well as characters I'm going to add. But from the top of my head, I mentioned this on your stream, but the Mario RPG character I'm going to add is Krako. Let's see, I'm also going to add Roy Koopa, obviously. I'm going to add Fred Flintstone and Dr. Emmett Brown from Back to the Future. And Sam I Am from the Green Eggs and Ham children's book. Oh! Speaking of Green Eggs and Ham, you know, thinking of eggs, reminds me of Sam, whose favorite dish is green eggs and ham. But there's a lot more, as you can see, because I have a Dr. Seuss DVD. Yeah. So Luna made a video about Shadow Labyrinth, which actually features a clip from this Lorax short, which is probably one of my favorites of the included shorts. I also like the Sneetches and Green Eggs and Ham. I'm no good at video games. I should know that by now. Okay. The dildo fish. Okay, not far enough. Okay. There we go. Finally. No! That's even worse. Yeah, I'm hoping for a new Klonoa game. Here's the thing, Voidco. I do not use Discord. And I never will.
Come on. There. Ah. Yeah, and the thing is, Reese, the reason I refuse to use Discord is because I once had it and regretted every second of it because the server I was in, everyone was annoying, and it was basically the contact. It's basically Contact High, the social media platform, except it's private. I say Contact High because once you're exposed to it, you become addicted. It's like an illegal substance like Twitter.
Though I missed.
Okay, now it's time for the big boy phase. Which I absolutely blew at. Sorry about that. I'm trying to. Trying to adjust the sound. Yeah. This game's soundtrack is pretty underrated. Especially the title theme, which is my favorite of the trilogy. Well, it's mostly because I'm a really big fan of the bonus theme from the original Donkey Kong Country. Yeah. Okay, now that was just cheap. I couldn't even do anything. I'm gonna lose all my lives to this one urchin. I'm urging you to leave. There. No El Cheapo there. This isn't a deep cartoon. There. God damn it. I'm never getting out of this hell, aren't I? I'll never get some sleep. It'll require a lot of face paint, Reese. But yeah, I will include Molto. As long as you include Zeter. At least I think that's her name. Okay. Yeah, I specifically asked you for you to include Roy. And since you have him as one of your favorite Mario characters, may I also suggest that you add King K. Rool to your island? Or whatever K. Rool persona you prefer. Captain or Baron K. Rulenstein. Whatever name you prefer. Or whatever the hell his boxer name was in Donkey Kong 64. Cheap. Yeah. Yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza was what cemented to me that K. Rool is freaking awesome. Because I already liked the character beforehand, but his portrayal in Bonanza was what really made him a favorite of mine. I hate when that happens. Okay, what hit me there? This is a never-ending hell. This is Blinky in the Caldera. Fitting because it's a red location. Or Blinky in the Caledra, or whatever it's said. As I'm saying his normal name because this is a Pac-Man World stream. There. Okay, I think I'm gonna need to get some more lives. So bear with me for just a minute. Oh. That's not the... That's the way to the banana bird, not the way down. Okay, I'll admit this was what I was doing earlier this stream. I went over to here to farm a bunch of lives. Tracker barrel track. That's my favorite level in the game. I know I said the wrong name in the last stream. I just felt like I should correct that. Then I think the good level for farming lives in DKC2 is called Hotfoot Hop, which definitely sounds like a good sock hop name. Or as the guy from Milk Money calls it, soap. Yeah, I usually just grind until I get to 30 lives. A la Contra. But this time, I don't need the Konami code. The Konami code for this one is just hold left and run, and then when you get the blue balloon, just pause and exit out. I know of Milk Money because of the Nostalgia Critic. It is the movie of all time. But yeah, I also know the movie because of Jimmy D's YouTube poops. Okay. Now it's time to kill the urchin. Now, post-game Blinky was hell. Oakley dokley doo. I forgot what his voice was, but then I made him say the Flanders catchphrase. Oakley dokley doo. Okay. Okay, carrot fish. Because this is a children's game after all. But then again, it's rare, so it's rare, and they're known for their innuendos. Especially in Banjo-Kazooie. I mean, Gruntilda's last name is literally Winky Bunyan. Which in American English is Dickwart. Oh, finally! Yeah. Yeah, honestly, who cares about sales numbers? Oh! I got the Baron K. Rule in Science Castle. Part of me really wants to continue, but another part of me wants to go to bed. Yeah. Fish is dead, thank God. So, Chaos Core. Wait a minute. I need to see how Kitty recovered from all this. Oh! Kitty went down the drain! Kitty went down the drain! He went down the drain! Literally, there was a hole in the ocean and he went down it. Okay, I've decided I'll play this last level. Or at least attempt to. This is probably one of the better songs in this game. Yeah, I am so glad that they brought back the sound from the Donkey Kong Country games in Bonanza. Also, Reese, I don't know if you noticed this, but when examining the Kremling designs in Donkey Kong Bonanza, their pants actually have their belt buckles are actually the K. Rool emblem. So yeah, King K. Rool is definitely in charge of them. Oh shit, those do look like the Fractones. Yeah, this actually does look like one, especially with the blue highlight. Then kill the Mike Wazowski barrels. I fell right into that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is going to be my last level for this stream. I better remember to save, because I am tired. I don't want to do all this all over again. Especially with how much I've actually done in this stream. I got to play as a Kremling for Kong's sake. Rare somehow foreshadowed Bonanza 29 years before it released. Yeah. Hey, that's rare for you. It's rare that you get a studio like them. In their prime, that is. Oh. Ah! I thought you'd Dixie all the way over there. Ah! I meant to do the helicopter hair. That's what Dixie is known for. Classic Kremling sound never gets old. And Nintendo took note of this because, yeah, now all Kremlings sound like that. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, indeed. This is indeed a sort of like moment. This is my game, not yours. I already did this one. I don't know how I avoided that one. Cog.
You're just another cog in the wheel.
Thoughts on Hugh Morris? I like the fact that his name is a pun, but that's really all I like about him. I don't see why he is Tumblr sexy man why he's now a Tumblr sexy man type of person. He's just a guy that wears clown makeup. Wrinkly Gaming.
Okay. I think that'll call it for the Donkey Kong Country 3 stream part 2. That was a lot of fun to do, and yeah, I think my bananas split this. I think my banana has split. Pomni and Marks. Oh yeah, well when is Lemmy going to be popular, huh? Anyways, yeah, my banana has split, even though I ate a banana split yesterday. But yeah, good night, everyone.